Hi everybody. I know I haven't been keeping up on the blog as much. It's been really busy, and I thought I would just do another video kind of letting you know what I'm doing and how things have been going instead of writing everything out. I think the last time that I wrote, it was anything substantial, it was quite a while ago. And the reason things have been so busy is just the program is beginning to wind down. Today is Friday, and there's only one more really full week of the program left, and everyone pretty much is leaving on August 5th. So time is definitely running low, and things are getting kind of sad, but every day has been just so jam-packed and full, again, with lectures and workshops and immersion trips and things like that. And instead of trying to take you through all of that, which is really impossible, I thought to kind of maybe take a step back and talk a little bit about I don't know, some of the basic things. A lot of people are emailing different kinds of questions, so I thought that would be a good way to start off. I found this program actually in reading. I was researching just different books about Filipino women living in the United States and women's issues and feminism, things like that. And I'd come across this book that had an essay by a Filipino scholar who works at the University of Connecticut. And I just kind of established an email correspondence with her, and she told me about this program. I applied for it in January, and it was a really in-depth process of about 3 months of waiting and interviews and tentative acceptances and all that kind of stuff. But it was a long time before I got my acceptance, which was in April, and once I did, I knew for certain that I was going. A lot of people ask, why did you stay for 2 months? Isn't that a really long time to be away? And obviously it is. In deciding to be gone for 2 months, it was really hard, but it was much more difficult once I was here. Obviously, when you're away, you feel it a lot more. But I knew, and Nick was always very supportive of me in making the decision to come here, not only for the 6-week program, but to stay an extra 3 weeks to explore, do my own research, and to do my own thing. And so the decision was difficult, yes, but I am very glad that I did it. And would I do it again? Yes. I would do it again in a heartbeat. There's really no way to describe what my favorite part has been. Every facet of the program is eye-opening, and I'm learning something new every day. You can't say that a whole lot as you get older, that you're learning something new every day. But when you're immersed in a different environment, a different culture, language, all these different things, you're just stimulated in ways, that you can't when you're at home, which is kind of good. If I was like this, every day of my life, I might go crazy. But, for now, knowing that it's temporary, it's incredible. You learn so much about yourself, about what's important and what your true values are, in addition to learning about the conditions of other people in the world. So what my favorite part has been, it could be meeting my family that I've never met, meeting them and spending time with them out here. It could be finally, getting to understand my ethnic heritage. That's been, amazing. All the relationships that I've built with the other participants here that I know I'll be in touch with for a long time. They've been amazing. There's no way to nail down what my favorite thing has been. It changes every day. The obvious answer is, being away from Nick, being away from my family and my friends. That's, I think, the obvious answer. But the thing that you miss the most when you're away, is the same thing as to why you travel and go do and experience different things, is you miss the comforts of home. And it's the comforts of home and the predictability of home and familiarity of home that also is the same kind of motivation to seek out different experiences. And so I miss that. I miss knowing, where I'm going. I miss knowing what my schedule is going to be. I miss, having the familiarity of what I'm doing for the day, who I'm going to talk to, and not having to translate things in my head, knowing how to get to places without asking someone for directions and how much it'll cost, and do I have enough money to pay for that? Do I need to change the money to get there? Everything takes steps to accomplish it here. And so the comfort of home, it's kind of tempting to think about it, but like I said, those are also the same things that kind of feed complacency, and I don't like being complacent. So while I miss the comforts of home, it's also good to stray away from the comforts of home once in a while. Find a job. In short, aren't we all trying to be better people like every day? And so I've learned how to be a better person. I've learned how to lead a better life since I've been here. I think that comes naturally when you're face to face with the hardships of other people. You're not only more grateful for what you have, but you become more committed to other people. You become more committed to making sure that the world is a better place, when you leave it. As cheesy as that sounds, it's totally true. There's truth to every cliche out there. So, what have I learned? I've learned so much. I refuse to answer that question because saying one thing is just not sufficient. So, sorry, I can't answer that one. Knowing another language, when you talk about language in the United States, people are often referring to being bilingual, or, knowing Spanish, or, being able to communicate either for employment or business, or just being able to interact with a person of a different culture. And so discussions around language in the United States are typically framed with those points. Language in the Philippines is a little bit different. It's much more laden with significance. Being able to speak the language here doesn't just mean, can I ask, where's the bathroom, or giving directions, or finding out something, that you didn't know before. Knowing the language here is about truly being able to connect with the people. The language, has its own history. Each part of the Philippines has its own language. There are thousands of islands. There are hundreds of languages. Language isn't just about, phonetics and grammar and being able to speak and talk. Language here is about truly immersing yourself in the culture. And so that has been very, very, very difficult. Is inevitably, I don't know the language. I'm not fluent in the language. I know enough to get by in conversations, but it's just another reminder that there's this, huge wall between you and the people. Another impossible question. I will miss walking anywhere, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's into a classroom, anywhere, and seeing people that look just like me. I grew up my entire life in the States, mostly in the Midwest, and for a while on the East Coast growing up, and I've spent a couple of years on the West Coast in various places, and just walking into places and seeing people that just look just like you, dark hair, similar features. That's really something I've never experienced, and it's been incredible. There's no, real way to explain it. I think I'm still kind of processing it, but I'm really going to miss that sense of not sticking out here. I don't stick out at all.